road curved gently through the hillside, past weathered stone and fields of green. The afternoon wore lace like shadows, cast by branches old and lean. You drove with one hand on the steering wheel, the other resting close to mine, and every mile felt unimportant compared to stealing one more moment in time. The air was sweet with rosemary, the valley humming far below, and for a while the world forgot us as we watched the evening glow. While the sunlight danced through leaves, you spoke of years as though they waited patiently beyond the hills, and every promise sounded easy with the sunset on your side. The villa window stood wide open, curtains moving softly in the breeze. A record played somewhere behind us, drifting through the lemon trees. You read aloud from an old novel, stopping only when I smiled, as though the world had been created just for that afternoon a while. The bells would ring across the harbor, the evening settled on the sea, and somehow every passing moment felt borrowed gracefully. Beneath the olive trees we lingered, with nowhere else we had to be, making promises to summer while the sunlight danced through leaves. You spoke of years as though they waited patiently beyond the hills, and every promise sounded easy with the sunset on your side. The table still held empty glasses, the evening wore its softest blue. A distant radio was playing something neither of us knew. You brushed a leaf from off my shoulder as daylight slipped beyond the vines, and for a moment we belonged completely to the hush before the night. Beneath the olive trees we lingered, with nowhere else we had to be, making promises to summer while the sunlight danced through leaves. You spoke of years as though they waited patiently beyond the hills, and every promise sounded easy with the sunset on your side. The valley fades beyond the distance, the road continues out of sight, but somewhere beneath those olive branches we're still suspended in the light, still young enough to trust tomorrow, still certain love could bend the years, sunlight in our glasses and nowhere else to be. First one came on cream-colored paper, with a harbor sketched in fading blue, a brief remark about the weather, and a line that sounded just like you. I kept it in a leather suitcase, beneath a scarf I used that year. Funny how the smallest treasures are the ones we hold most dear. We never spoke of happy endings, we never asked where roads might lead. Some stories bloom in borrowed gardens and leave behind their seeds. You were pressed between the pages of a season dressed in white, like a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. There were lunches under striped umbrellas, where the afternoon refused to end, and conversations drifting slowly between a stranger and a friend. You carried sunlight in your pockets and stories gathered from afar, the kind of man who made departures feel less distant than they are. The bells would ring across the harbor, the evening settled on the sea, and somehow every passing moment felt borrowed gracefully. You were pressed between the pages of a season dressed in white, like a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. Sometimes I find an old receipt, a museum ticket folded small, and suddenly the years between us do not seem like years at all. The scent of citrus on a terrace, a distant song, a passing train. How remarkable that memory can make a world appear again. You were pressed between the pages of a season dressed in white, like a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. The postcard rests inside a drawer now, The ink has faded with the years, but some things never truly leave us. They simply learn to disappear. And every summer finds me searching for traces time could not erase, of a harbor, a season, and a familiar face. I still recall the railway platform, dust on the tracks, heat in the sky. You stood beneath a faded timetable, like someone passing through my life. The town was painted in pale blue shutters. The harbor slept beyond the hill, and somehow every road that summer seemed to bend towards your will. No grand beginning, no warning sign, just two strangers sharing borrowed time. Oh, the summer we borrowed, the days we couldn't keep, folded like old letters between the pages of memory. The laughter from the terrace, the shadows on the sea. Nothing truly lasted, but it still belongs to me. We chased the evenings through the olive groves, where golden light would slowly fade. We can replace gold. You spoke of cities I had never seen, and dreams that never learned to stay. The cafe owner knew our order before we even took our seats, and every little corner of that village still remembers your footsteps better than me. No vows were spoken, no plans were made, yet some stories refuse to fade. Oh, the summer we borrowed, the days we couldn't keep, folded like old letters between the pages of memory. The laughter from the terrace, the shadows on the sea. Nothing truly lasted, but it still belongs to me. Sometimes I wonder where life carried you, which coast now watches your reflection. Do you remember that season at all? Or am I the keeper of its collection? The train returned, the leaves would turn, the years moved quietly along. But some afternoons remain untouched, like a melody inside a song. Oh, the summer we borrowed, a season dressed in white, gone before we knew it, still shining in the distance of my mind. The harbor lights have faded, the tide has wandered free. Nothing truly lasted, but it still belongs to me. The house had fallen into silence, except for music from another room. You leaned against the open doorway, bathed in amber and perfume. I remember thinking I should leave then, before the evening asked for more. Instead I crossed the space between us, like I'd done it all before. Outside the city kept on turning, 1,000 lights along the shore. Inside we were becoming something neither of us planned for. Stay a little closer, darling, the night's already slipping through. The city lights are growing distant, and all I see is you. One more glass, one more confession, one more song before we leave. Somewhere between the midnight shadows, you became my favorite dream. You spoke about a place in Florence, where the morning smelled of rain and stone. I watched your hands around the glass and wondered how I'd make it home. The record changed, the night grew softer, the jasmine drifted through the air, and every casual conversation started feeling dangerous there. No one was waiting in the hallway, no footsteps echoed down the stairs. The world had narrowed to a moment, and the way you looked at me from there. Stay a little closer, darling, the night's already slipping through. The city lights are growing distant, and all I see is you. One more glass, one more confession, one more song before we leave. Somewhere between the midnight shadows, you became my favorite dream. The first bird started singing beyond the garden walls below. Neither one of us acknowledged what we already seemed to know, that some nights divide a lifetime into before and after that. And some people walk in quietly, then leave your heart no turning back. Stay a little closer, darling, let the morning learn to wait. We've already crossed the distance, now we're tempting fate. The wine is gone, the candle's fading, yet I still don't want to leave. Somewhere between the midnight shadows, you became my favorite dream. Soon the house would wake around us, coffee cups open with Every road I took somehow led back to you. I found the album on a Sunday, tucked behind a row of books, dust gathering softly on the corners, like the years it quietly took. There we were beside the harbor, sunlight dancing on the sea, frozen perfectly forever, in a moment no longer meant for me. I traced the outline of your smile the way one traces an old name, not to bring it back, only to remember it came. The photographs kept all the scenery, the coastlines and the summer skies, the candlelit cafes, the river lights, the evenings dressed in white. But all the love lives somewhere else, beyond what cameras could capture, and all the little moments hidden in the life between the pictures. One showed us laughing on a terrace, another caught the rain in June. One held the shadow of your profile against the doorway of a room. Beautiful as they all remained, something was always missing still. The sound of your voice across the table, the way you'd say my name so gently. Funny what survives the years and what disappears without a trace. The photographs kept all the scenery, the coastlines and the summer skies, the candlelit cafes, the river lights, the evenings dressed in white. But all the love lives somewhere else, beyond what cameras could capture, and all the little moments hidden in the life between the pictures. Not every story asks for forever, not every promise needs to stay. Some people become part of your language long after they've gone away. And sometimes happiness survives, not as a place you return to, but as a season that continues living quietly inside you. The photographs kept all the scenery, the postcards and the summer skies, the trains, the rivers and the evenings passing gently through our lives. But all the love lives somewhere else, in the laughter and the silence, in every beautiful unfinished chapter. carried on, and for a moment I could almost hear your voice turning the next page. The first one came on cream-colored paper, with a harbor sketched in fading blue, a brief remark about the weather, and a line that sounded just like you. I kept it in a leather suitcase beneath a scarf I used that year. Funny how the smallest treasures are the ones we hold most dear. We never spoke of happy endings, we never asked where roads might lead. Some stories bloom in borrowed gardens and leave behind their seeds. You were pressed between the pages of a season dressed in white, like a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. There were lunches under striped umbrellas, where the afternoon refused to end, and conversations drifting slowly between a stranger and a friend. You carried sunlight in your pockets and stories gathered from afar, the kind of man who made departures feel less distant than they are. The bells would ring across the harbor, the evening settled on the sea, and somehow every passing moment felt borrowed gracefully. You were pressed between the pages of a season dressed in white, like a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. Sometimes I find an old receipt, a museum ticket folded small, and suddenly the years between us do not seem like years at all. The scent of citrus on a terrace, a distant song of passing train. How remarkable that memory can make a world appear again. a note forgotten gently in a book I could not leave behind. Years have passed through other windows, other cities, other skies, yet your name still lingers softly in the margins of my life. The postcard rests inside a drawer now. The ink has faded with the years, but some things never truly leave us. They simply learn to disappear. And every summer finds me searching for traces time could not erase, of a harbor, a season, and a familiar face.